And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're going to be taking a look at a game called Dragon Whisperer, which comes with a cover. I don't know why that doesn't make sense. Okay. Dragon Whisperer is a game, as a disclaimer, that I did a paid preview for on Kickstarter. Now it's here. I was very excited to give this game a whirl because it's by Richard Borg. Richard Borg is most popularly known for his Commands and Colors system, Memoir 44, Commands and Colors, Battle Lore, etc. But he also has done other games, Liar's Dice, Hera and Zeus, so I was very excited to give this one a whirl. And it's a trick-taking game, which is a kind of a genre I really enjoy. Let's take a look. There's a stack of tokens of each color. There's 7 different suits in the game. You won't use every suit if you're playing with 3 or 4 players. But you'll see here that these stacks have a 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and a 5. And what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle those, and you're only going to take 5 of those 7 tokens. You'll turn over the top one, and you'll place it on the color. So this is for a larger scale game. Remember, with 3 or 4, you'd only use 5 of the suits. And then you're going to shuffle a deck of cards. Now this deck of cards has the cards for those different suits that go from 1 to 7, and there's also some Dragon's Rage cards in there, which coincidentally have the Eye of Sauron on them. So anyhow, you're going to shuffle these up and deal them to the players, and then one player is chosen to go first. That player is given the start player token, and they're going to pick which of these regions you'll fight over first, essentially, or where the first trick. So let's say they go there. That player then leads the trick with any card from their hand. So let's say they play a blue 6 from their hand. Each other player must play the same colored card that they played. So if I have a blue 5, I must play it. If I don't have a blue card from my hand, I could play any card I want. So for example, I could play this brown 6. And maybe the other person doesn't have one either, so they play a green 7. But the 5th player has a blue 7. They play that. That person wins the trick. They take the cards out of the game, and they take this point token, 3 points. They'll keep that. They'll turn the next one over. Next time this one is 2. Since they won the trick with the color that was there, the blue one, a blue one, they will also get a monster token. At the end of the game, each monster token is worth 1 point. So essentially you get a bonus point when you do that. Now at the beginning of the round, you're going to turn over the top card in the deck. And that card is going to be placed next to the deck. That card is trump. What that means is, when you play a card, I have to play blue. Everyone has to play blue here. If I don't have blue, I can play any color I want. If I play a card of the trump color, I'll win the trick. The winner of the trick is whoever plays the highest of the trump color. If there is none, then the person who plays the highest of the color, that the first person, the person who led, wins each trick. Now there are some special cards in the set. We have 1s. When a 1 is played, you will be the first player next round. Usually it goes to the person who wins the trick, but instead be the first person to play a 1. Then we have 2s. Every time you play a 2, you get another monster token, so they're worth points. When you play a 4, you will get a treasure token. Treasure tokens are great. And when you play a 3, you can change the trump if you'd like. So you can turn the top card over, and it will be a new trump, and it could possibly change in your favor or in no one's favor. You can also play a Dragon's Rage whenever you want, even if you have the same color that the person next to you is showing. When that happens, this basically cancels a trick and nobody wins, and then you go first next round. The game will continue, and these tokens will be kept taken off. When you run out of cards, you'll shuffle them and deal cards out to each person. When all the tokens are gone, then each player is going to add up all the tokens that they've gotten, plus the monster tokens that they've gotten, and whoever has the most treasure tokens gets 5 bonus points, and whoever has the most points is the winner of the game. Dragon Whisperer has... it's a trick-taking game, and I said at the beginning I like trick-taking games, but there's a few problems with Dragon Whisperer. First of all, 5 to 6 players in this is not even remotely fun. I would never play it with 5 to 6 players again, and I'll tell you why. First of all, there's 7 suits. 7 suits is crazy. That's too many suits. The chance of someone not having the card is very high, and so that's just very problematic. It also really kind of drags out because there's that many more tricks that will happen over the course of the game. More tricks with more players doesn't make the game go faster, it just lengthens it out. So it's not very entertaining that way. The rulebook also has a few problems. In fact, the monster and the treasure tokens in 2 different places are told to be scored 2 different ways. There's a fact on the internet I had to look up to see which one was correct. Not a huge deal, but certainly one that you want to look into. But here's the deal. I like the trick taking, but those special cards just kind of jam everything up. I don't mind the special cards that give you a monster token and a gold token. Those are fine. But the one that makes someone start player, so we constantly have to remember who the start player is. It bounces all over the place. And then the dragons one, it just cancels a trick. It's just like, come on. I mean, and Trump changing all the time. This is a very random trick-taking game. I love trick-taking games because I love the control. I love looking at my cards and going, okay, I'm going to play this now, and then later on I'll play this and this. I mean, I don't want them to be extremely thinky, but I want to have some level of control. In this game, I felt like I played a card and hoped I won. I really did. Because I could play a card, a high card of a suit, and still have no guarantee I'm going to win. Because the trump could easily be changed, someone else could snatch it up, or it could just be canceled out by someone playing one of those dragons cards. And that happens a lot. I mean, a lot. And after a while, it's a little frustrating. And especially those tokens, the point swings are so high. I mean, a 5-point token, you win a 1-point token, yay! Get that 4 more times and you'll get a 5-point token. Because of that, each trick can be huge swing over the course of the game. So in the long run, I have to say I wasn't really a big fan of this. The artwork is great. The production quality is great. Unnecessary sleeve, but other than that, production quality is great. It's put together, it's easy to play and easy to teach, and I can see that some people might like it because easygoing, although I don't know that easygoing people would like it because they're going to constantly have to remember what the 4 special cards do all the time. There was just a lack of control, and I want that control in my games. I mean, I don't need total control, randomness, but there's already randomness in all the cards that are going out, and I could basically just throw a card out when it's my turn to lead a trick and have the same confidence of winning it as I would if I'm going to win it with this trick. I don't know that. Trump could easily change, the trick could be canceled, and that really sours it for me and many of my trick-taking friends.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.
Do.